Welcome back to our YouTube channel Aman Codes. In today's episode, we are going to discuss about bitwise operators, units, operators, and expressions. So, in previous episode, we have completed logical operators, arithmetic operators, relation operators. So, from this episode, we are going to discuss bitwise operator. So, this bitwise operator is going to be most important in Python program. Not only in Python programming, in any programming you consider, this bitwise operator is going to be most important. So let's see the purpose. The purpose of bitwise operators is that to perform binary operations on integer data in the form of bit by bit. So in order to perform binary operations on integer data, only on integer data, in order to perform binary operations in the form of bit by bit, we are going to use this bitwise operator. The bitwise operator is applicable only on integer data. See, it is applicable only on integer data, but not floating point data. Why in the sense, integer data provides a certainty. So floating point does not provide a certainty. For example, if you consider a is equals to 20. So 20 is an integer data, right? So if I consider p is equals to 19.899. So if we consider this after decimal point, 89 is there. 89 is there, right? So if we consider significant figures, it is near to 90, right? So if we will try to do round off to 90. So, but next we have another value, 1, 2, like that. So it is an uncertain value. So that is the reason bitwise operators only applicable on integer data, not applicable on float data. So the execution process of bitwise operator is going to shown below. See here we have 3 steps. By using these 3 steps, we are going to perform binary operations on integer data. So let's see the step 1. The bitwise operator converts integer data into equivalent binary data. So if you consider this, A is equals to 10. So this 10 is going to convert into binary data. That is 0B, it is a binary notation, 1010 is binary data for this 10 value, right? So the first step is the bitwise operator converts integer data into equivalent binary data. So let's see step 2. So the bitwise operator performs operations in binary data in the form of bit by bit. So it is going to perform operations in this binary data only. So it is not going to consider this decimal data. So bitwise operator is going to perform operations in binary data in the form of bit by bit. One bit after another bit it is going to consider. And who is the result stored in main memory in the form of binary data only. So operations done in binary data, and that result is also going to stored main memory in the form of binary data only. See, the step 3 is the results of bitwise operator displays in decimal number system format. So I said that results of this operation is going to stored in main memory in the form of binary data, right? So the result is going to show in decimal number system format only. So decimal number system format only it is going to show. Why in the sense Python is an high level language, right? So Python is an high level language. That is the reason it stores binary data, but it is going to show in decimal number system format. So this is the execution process of bitwise operators in Python. So if you consider this, in Python we have 6 types of binary operators. We have 6 types. So first bitwise operator is bitwise left shift operator. So left shift, right? So that is the reason we have declared a double less than symbol. So this double less than symbol is going to refer as symbol for this bitwise left shift operator. So in order to represent the second bitwise operator, that is bitwise right shift operator, we have two greater than symbols. So we have double greater than symbols to represent bitwise right shift operators. The third bitwise operator is bitwise OR operator. So in order to represent this, we are going to represent this symbol. So in order to represent bitwise AND operator, we are going to use AND symbol, right? So this is tilted, right? In order to represent bitwise complement operator. So this is the fifth operator in bitwise operators, that is bitwise complement operator. So in order to represent this bitwise complement operator, we are using this tilted, right? So the last bitwise operator is bitwise XOR operator. In order to represent bitwise XOR, we are using this power symbol. So these are the six bitwise operators which are going to important in Python programming. In upcoming episodes, we are going to discuss about bitwise left shift operator. That's all for today's episode. I hope you all understand. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe to Aman course. Thank you so much for watching.